Hello, everybody, and welcome to our weekly live coaching call. I have Shelby on here. She's going to be joining us in just a minute, and we are going to be talking. She was actually one of my one-on-one coaching clients, which is awesome. And so we're going to be talking all about ways that she can get her business going. Hey, Shelby,
Hello.
how are you, beautiful?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing amazing.
Great.
Can you hear and see me
I
okay?
can hear and see you
Awesome.
okay. Can you hear and
I
see
can
me?
hear and see you okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm so glad that you're on today. I've missed you so much.
Thanks for the invite.
What?
I said thanks for the invite.
Literally anytime. And anyone is always welcome. I was wondering, I know that you have to go to teach yoga in 30 minutes. And I was wondering what kind of things that you could use some coaching on today.
Ooh. So anything, or are we directing the
Anything.
conversation?
Literally.
Okay. Um, I guess like maybe on just like sales
Yeah.
strategies, because I feel like, I've got my offer that I'm in love with, and I love the price and everything, the value and everything about the offer. And now it's just like, reaching out and trying to show, the results and the value. But I just now in my head, the next block that's come up is like, I have no sales experience,
Okay.
just whatever my mind can tell me to help deter me from being
So,
fully
yes,
out there.
I've totally got you. One of the things that, so do you mean like you have selling experience on your consults? You mean just bringing in sales, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I, from what I've been doing in my coaching and what I've been doing for my clients, particularly like in my mastermind, is I want to help you develop your CEO self-concept. So it's like, I want you to think about like from this place of belief that my business is awesome. I love my business. Like, it's so good. Anyone who works with me is going to get the best results ever. What is your idea for, and what I'll do like within the group, like, it's like, if we're not there, if you didn't come on being like, I'm in total belief, then I'd be like, okay, let's just do a quick shift to fix it, like, not fix, but like shift those thoughts. And then, but it sounds like you're in a good place about it. So what would we need to do? What would you want to do as a CEO to bring more people in?
Okay. Well, I I guess just like um, you
Let's
know,
start with the goal first. So like, let's start with just the goal of March. How many more clients would be amazing to just like welcome them in to your space?
okay. Yeah, I love that. So March, I'd love to sign one client this month. One, like, that's my, really tangible, realistic goals to sell one full price, client. And then I'm just still continuously trying to, bring more people into my space and welcome them in at the same time too.
So
So like building those
yeah.
relationships.
So what is your plan for the rest of March to bring in this one client? It's almost like we're working the intentional model backwards.
Okay.
So we're in the R line. The result that you want is to get one client this month. What are your ideas? What are you doing currently? And do you have any new ideas for the month of March?
Oh, that's good. So I have, just like my social media, so continuously like providing really good valuable posts on the social media. And then, I'm still trying to like reach out to people individually and really kind of, build connections that way. I have a little roadblock there, but I'm still
Okay.
doing it. I just have a harder time. The people that I like know are easy, but like newer people, I'm having a harder time like finding and like reaching out, and especially like in my niche, because I'm like, I don't know, even though they follow me, I don't know necessarily always if they're like in um if they're just like a supporter, you know, or they like the movement, or they really have one eye and they need services, you know, or a
Yeah.
visually impaired need services. So that's
Gotcha.
kind of a separate thing. But so, and then my email list. Yeah. So I guess that's like just what I've been doing already. So like continuously doing that and just kind of improving that and trying some, you know, different things within that element. And then as far as like another new idea that I haven't like really pulled the trigger on is just doing another. I did that virtual meetup in January, and I want to do another like free virtual. And I don't know if I want to do another meetup that went really well, or if I want to like kind of shift gears and do more of like a training or a webinar, like we've talked about before too.
Okay.
But I need to start making some moves if I'm going to do that this month towards
Yeah.
the end.
So here are a couple of things that I want to add with you. So as the CEO, I think this sounds like an amazing, amazing plan. What we want to do is I want you to get specific and I want you to visualize one person going through and seeing your social media posts, having you actually reach out to them, reading your emails. I just with the stuff that you've already planned on doing, and Fitzgerald is going to be like present for this. I don't know if you saw him like
Yeah.
pop up there. He's like, yeah, mom, I'm joining.
Yeah.
So within that, I want you to imagine them going through the process. I want you to imagine them seeing you and feel, what do you want them to feel when they
I
come?
want them to feel definitely like welcomed
Mhm.
and like not alone,
Uh-huh.
which I do think that's because I get a lot of people that are like, this community is so great. I've never found anything like that. So I think I'm hitting that, but I guess I want like there would be like a next level feeling of like,
Like almost like not urgency, but like desire, like deep desire
yeah,
to work with you. Okay.
correct. Yes.
So it's like desire sounds like a weird word. Like now that I said it out loud, I'm like, but like you know what I mean? Like it's like they really want compelled. Compelled is a better word. So
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
we want these people to feel compelled in every post that you see, they see, every time that you reach out to them, and every single email that they read.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Being in that, even just thinking that, we are going to like shift that's going to shift the energy that you're reaching out to them. And it might actually change some of the words that you're writing.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you to think about like within social media, how many posts do you have planned for the month of March?
Um, so I mean, I post pretty regularly. I should probably be better at like doing the whole month, but I would post like 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay.
Just yeah,
So from your CEOs, from
yeah.
you, what would you need to say in those 3 to 4 posts a week for them to feel compelled? Like I'm ready to start coaching. Like ready is another word I was thinking of. Like I'm ready. Coaching's for me.
Um, I guess too. Right now, I've been like introducing more of like coaching like results right now, or just
Mhm.
kind of like trying to like bring up the feeling of what it's like to be coached or the results, you know. And I think I'm not being quite as direct as like with the verbiage, like, okay, and if this is something you're interested in, or you know, or if this, then you know, click here, where it's more um just like painting the picture, but then it doesn't lead to like the exact like call to action, I
Yeah.
guess.
So it's like I want to help you feel like this too.
Mm-hmm.
Coaching will make you feel like this. Sign
Yeah.
up to work with me.
Yeah.
I can, and it's like I coach people for this amount of time, and I love working with each and every one of my clients. They're getting insane results. So building like that, no, like they already know you, they already like you. We just
Mm-hmm.
have to build that trust and ask. Like I literally don't think that you've been like I saw your story today, and I
Yeah.
saw that like I was like you said oh, what did you say? You said
On the link, or
yeah, what did the link
the
say?
link just said it's possible, which
It's possible. And it's
yeah,
like they don't know. I literally think that your people don't know that you are ready to take on clients right now.
yeah, I
Like
know, I think.
I literally, if we were, and if I like the reason why I'm doing like that, I'm gonna do this marketing, money making marketing workshop. and I'm gonna like be able to like read people's pages. I'm gonna do that on the 20th of March. I decided it last night. I was like, people don't know enough. But I would go and I would like be like, for one of the pinned posts, I would make one of your pinned posts on Instagram. I'd be like, um, open now. I empowerment coaching program, 6 months to something, like making it like super, super clear
Okay.
and be like, I am open now. I am taking clients. And in each of those, I'll send you what I have on mine, but being like, this is what you're gonna do. And being like, and instead of saying open until this date, be like open my group, and like
Yeah.
I'm sending it to you right now. Anyone else, look at my Instagram, and you can see what I'm talking about. But that like Six Figure Systems Mastermind, that open post, we want to get that everywhere as much as
Okay.
you can all the time,
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
within that, oh my come
Because I
back.
just like had this realization too. It's like at the beginning I had all those consultations like right off the bat, which are like super amazing. And I was talking with my boyfriend and he was like, and I was like, but I haven't had one for a while now. And he was like, well, what'd you do at the beginning? And he doesn't know anything about coaching. I was like, I just write out and like, hey, I'm coaching people now. Like this is my program, and people signed up. And now I'm like trying to go around and be like,
You're being sneaky.
sneaky.
You're like,
Yeah.
and it's like not even sneaky, like you're trying to be inspiring, and people
Yeah.
love inspiring people, but they don't want to, like, they need you to be like, hey, I want to work with you. I
Yeah.
can really help you. I know I can because I've done it. Like, I
Yeah.
literally, like, I've gone through all the steps of physical, mental, emotional, and storytelling pieces of my business. I know I can help you do
Yeah.
that too. And you're going to feel so much better. I would love to invite you to work with me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
It
you
should
know
be
what I
more
mean?
clear and direct rather than
Yeah.
like elusive, like if they want, like one they gotta figure out what I'm
I think they're
talking about.
like literally trying to like read between the lines, like,
Yeah.
what are you? And it's like, this is what you can do. So I think that will be so, so good. And
And sometimes I think I'm like, oh, they know what I'm talking about because they've been following me this whole time. And granted, even if they like have been, they haven't seen every post, they haven't lived in my brain.
yeah.
you know,
And so
like,
I'm gonna like highlight in red the shifts that you are making as a CEO. So it's like this is the initial plan, and then these are your thoughts that have shifted since we started coaching.
okay.
Um, that I'm putting underneath here, and I'll just share. Everyone will be able to see this in a second. But I literally think that you haven't been inviting people to work with you. I think that's why there's been a shift.
Yeah.
Miss yourself.
Okay. And I
So
just, my brain
yeah.
tells me I don't have sales experience, so that,
But you have so much
I,
sales experience, and you know how to
yeah,
walk them through a consult, right?
yeah,
Okay, so it's like, let's just get that out really quick. Like, so it's like the thought is, I don't have any, what was it? I don't have any sales experience.
yeah.
You said that to start. Okay. How does that feel?
Like, I'm like missing a piece or just like lacking something that I'm supposed to have or need.
And so what you doing from that place of lack?
I'm creating posts that are not clear and more elusive because I think I'm holding back and trying to make people guess because it sounds less scary.
Mm-hmm. Sounds less scary. What are you not doing?
Um, yeah, putting myself fully out there, like, and I think I am, but just not as clear. So it's like I'm just not hitting the mark to the end.
Yeah.
It's like halfway.
And another thing that I want to offer to you is like you're thinking that like the selling experience, I think you're fixating on like people saying no, and your brain
Yeah.
is trying to like avoid more people saying no,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes.
When it's like, what was so scary about when people said no?
Well, I'm just having a realization too. Like obviously when they said no, it was like um deterring, I guess. but now like looking back, I've had this opportunity to like really like learn from the no's, you
Mhm.
know, like why did they say no? Like where could I better just like my skills in that area and like show, you know, be so I'm trying to like just learn from the no's, which I do think are like actually a good thing at now at this point because I'm
Yeah.
growing from those
Well, and I
no's.
think that like I think that your brain is not seeing it as like I think that you're meant to lead a movement that's so big that you had to experience all the stuff at the beginning
Mm-hmm.
so that you can be so ready to handle the huge influx of people that's
Yeah.
coming. You know? And so it's like if you're it's like that is a huge thing. And then it's interesting because your brain's trying to stop you from feeling like deterring or sad or
Yeah.
things like that. But what happens is when you think a thought, I don't have any sales experience, you feel lack. So you create an elusive sales experience. You hold back. You feel like it sounds less scary. You're not putting yourself fully out there, just not as clear. You're fixating on the no, avoiding more people saying no, not seeing it as an opportunity to learn, not like that deterring feeling. So guess what? You undermine your ability to get sales.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
I don't have the thought. I your brain doesn't think that like I don't have any sales experience is directly causing you stopping getting sales, but now do you see that it is?
Yeah.
So it's like if that thought is I don't have any sales experience is stopping sales for you.
Right.
What,
Yeah.
what's coming up there?
I think you're right. And I know it's like not all the way true because I've like sold some clients and um, it's not even like, you know, just my experience is like the sales, you know, like I don't even think I have to look at it like a car salesman, you know, or like that kind of sales experience, you know, because all that's shifting. So it's like, I just need to like have more of that mindset of like educating, you know, or something. So it's not even like I need that paper like
Yeah.
experience.
And so, what I want you to do is when you recognize when something is not conscious, when you're like, okay, this logically doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
this is where we have to go to your subconscious mind and like see like this part of your brain is making trying feels very unsafe right now.
Yeah.
What feels unsafe? What is your brain trying to protect you from?
I guess just knows or messing things up.
Uh-huh.
Pretty much.
Which is a beautiful thing. Like, don't discount that. Like, because like if you were to like go inside and like think about the way you're feeling, it's like the that indicator that you've been trying to like whack-a-mole, like, okay, it's not logical, it's not logical. It's like it wants to you don't want to mess this up
Yeah.
because it means so much to you,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like, wow, okay, that's a beautiful thing, but your brain just got confused and it was thinking that the no's were messing it up
Mm-hmm.
rather than like right now, if you stop avoiding sales or like thinking that you have no sales experience, then that's going to mess it up in a bigger way,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So what comes up there?
That I need to, yeah, like acknowledge like what my brain's telling me, you know, and but like you said with like the fear, like put it in the passenger seat and it just like, you know, gets to
Hmm.
come along for the ride and
Yeah.
like, you know, I'm gonna like push through regardless because of how important this is to me and rather than like having things yeah, like those thoughts hold me back that I don't have sales experience, like just get out there and do it.
Well, and like we want to like the push through, just get out there and do it. Your brain does not feel safe and it's going to undermine you 80% of the time. So like logically we can like push through, but we want to actually what I would like to adjust is like how can we make the fear feel safe in the passenger side?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
okay.
don't go logically, go like illogically for a minute. Like if you were to like look at fear like a little kid in the passenger seat that's like I'm so scared.
Yeah.
Like I don't know where we're going, but I need to feel like I'm not feeling safe right now. How can we make that feel safe?
Just like, you know, comforting the fear, but also, I guess, taking action to get like the knowledge or the resources or to feel more comfortable with like the sales experience, you know,
Yeah.
or
And I would say that like I would listen to it and like comfort it and be like, okay, what part of the sales doesn't feel safe? Is it just when they say no? Okay, what piece would you need to like, what would you need to feel in order to feel safer, like in that moment, right before I say the price?
Yeah.
It's like, what, it's like, how can I make you feel safe in that moment? And it's like, okay, so it's like made the thought, like, if this person doesn't sign, there's so many other people. We're going
Yeah.
to be okay. It's like comforting yourself in that moment. And I would use it as like an indicator and being like, okay, whenever I feel that fear, I'm going to take a deep breath and like let it be there and be like, hey, like, what are you trying to teach me right now? Like, what is going on? This is a lesson and I don't want to just ignore it. I want to learn it. I want to learn from this. And I think that could be really, really helpful
Okay.
to like be like, okay, this is just an indicator. So what is the fear trying to indicate to you?
Um, just yeah, it's a learning opportunity. I guess like you said, like
Yeah.
what can we learn from this? Just like the no's that I had in the past, I feel like I've learned, some valuable stuff from that. So this like thought about sales is another opportunity to learn more about myself and
Yes.
sales and how.
Yes. And it's like, and this is the lesson, like I'm going to offer to you, like, this is a lesson I was meant to learn, because
Yeah.
if you're thinking about it being a lesson that you're meant to learn, it's like to fulfill this message. And it's like, what I like to do is like, I'm like, if you at any time feel unsafe, it's like, we can pull over for a second. I can help you. And then we can, like, it's like thinking about like a timeline and being like, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to really try hard, like not try hard, but like try to be like really get myself out there for the next month. And let's just see how it goes. Just for like the next 3.5 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna really try and get out there and see like how it goes. And if you still feel really unsafe, let's just tell me everything that you think, and I promise I will work through it with you in self coaching in the morning with a coach. Like I'm gonna figure. I promise I'll make you feel as safe as possible in this journey.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's
I
like,
like that.
and then do you feel like more calm?
Yeah, definitely. And that just like what you were saying for like the CEO brain, too. It's just like I'm gonna do everything, to figure it out.
Yeah. And I'm
Figure.
writing it down as your thoughts. I start clam. And I'm like, nope, not clam. I'm going to figure this out. And so it's like from that place of like, I'm going to figure this out. I think being direct, I think with the people reaching out individually, I think the reason why you had the thought, I don't know how to reach out to them, I think it was coming from the place of fear. And
So now,
so it's like we can acknowledge that and be like, okay, I hear you. And if you're trying to help people so that they feel welcomed, compelled, ready, what would they need to hear from you to think that coaching is for them?
um, oh gosh, they need to hear, um,
And this is
I
where
guess this
I
like,
think about like the piece of the opt-in, the freebie.
yeah,
And I would say that like within your Facebook group, I would be like, hey, I know that you're probably feeling like you've got a lot of questions. I'm going to do like and what I would say is I would do a lesson. And I would like have like a lesson, like
mm-hmm.
just a little piece of what you do, something to make them feel like a little bit better
Mm-hmm.
every single week.
Okay,
So instead of doing like a Q&A call, instead of doing a coaching call, which requires like people to be there, I've
right,
shifted my stance a bit on this.
okay,
And I think just doing like I'm going to do like a tip of the week. Like, it's like, hey, and I would message all the people in your Facebook group first. And I'd be like, hey, I, I'm going to start doing tips of the week where I'm going to work through something that to do with your eye loss, and I'm going to help you to work through this. Do you have any trainings that you're interested in?
okay,
And just being
okay.
like, is there anything I could help you with this week? And if they say no, that's totally fine. It's like, especially, so I would say that for those people. I would also say that for the, and I'm going to put the response in there for you. I would say that if you are encountering somebody who you have done a consult with, I would bring up personally something they got a consult on.
Okay.
And that's where I would start. Bless you, bless you.
Thank you. Okay.
I would start with the anyone else who joins, anyone who's in there. That's what I would do this week. And then from the place of like, this is totally is there anything specifically that you're looking for with blank, you know?
Okay, cool.
And then I think that sounds really just wonderful. And I'm so excited for you to help all these people. Like and I don't know if I ever shared this with you, but my mom's grandfather also experienced eye loss. Like he had a glass eye.
Okay.
And so it's like, it's really cool to like know that you're helping all these people. I think that would be I think that would just be awesome. And if there's people who are new and joining, you can say like, I'm sending like a weekly strategy here. That can be great. But I think this is a good place to start, and then come back, post in the group, let us know how it went. And then also in your email list, maybe making like a bold statement.
Okay.
From that place of calm, and I'm going to figure this out.
Okay.
And see how does it. And I think if you do this one client a month, every single post that you do, I want you to picture that person. And so for me, I don't know exactly who that person's going to be. So I've just been picturing like this little ball of light, like lighting up every time that I like, I know it sounds like really weird, but it's like, I've literally just been picturing this person like resonating and being like, oh, this is for me. Like, oh, this is what I've been looking for. I'm so excited. I need to like get started with this like right now.
Yeah.
Like just seeing like from like these like very compelled, like excited, sometimes like energy. I know people they don't sell from excitement, but I do sometimes. I'm like, because I love feeling excited about like doing things like coaching programs, and I'm like, yes, we're in this. But how does this land for you? How are you feeling about that?
This is good. Yeah, it definitely helped. Some of those thoughts and just redirecting, some of that sales thoughts I've had in the last week to just be like, okay.
We're just gonna redirect them and just like make them work through them. But I think that sounds awesome. I'm gonna put these notes in the chat.
Okay.
And I hope you have a wonderful yoga class. Please write back in the group if you want any other ideas or things like that. I've so got you. I'm so excited for you. I can't like I literally think that you're gonna bring in someone this week.
Thanks. Oh my gosh.
Like just be in that energy. Like I'm ready to receive a new client this week.
Awesome.
Okay. Awesome.
I love it.
I love you, Shelby. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon, okay?
Thank you. Bye.
And then I'm gonna move you as change to viewer. Beautiful. And I'm gonna bring on Katie. It looks like you're adding now. Awesome.
Hi.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
It's so good to see you. Okay, so and for those of you guys that don't know, Katie is an amazing coach, reclaiming her business. And we were coaching right before this. She's one of my current clients. Also, any current clients can totally join this, but I would love to hear. We just coached on doing consults and feeling confident on that. Also, Shelby, if you're watching this, we can totally like do a mock consult if you want to on like the next live coaching call. I'd be more than happy to go through that with you. And I want to see where your head is at now.
Yeah, we left it with like this thought, I know how to run a consult. I'm like, fuck yes, that's the exact thought I needed. And because we just went through it, I'm like, oh, I do know how to run a consult. Sure, I'll get better in consults, but now I feel like, yeah, I know how to run a consult. It feels different and good and awesome.
Good. Okay, name that feeling, place it.
It's like a combination of safe and expansive and confident.
Beautiful.
Confident and safe, expansive, yeah.
And you know what I think is really fun? I think that like with Shelby, like she teaches people how to share their stories. You teach people how to develop confidence. I think the same things that we teach our clients to do, I think we also have to be in that energy of experiencing it in order to get there. So for me, I need to feel safe with just my systems, and I need to make sure that like even within that safety, I can also have a lunch and still like even though if the results aren't there yet, still be in belief that the systems are enough. So like that's what in my work because it's what I teach.
I love that.
Isn't that fun?
Good.
Like it's like so where are there any other roadblocks or let's think about like I was thinking about doing what I did with Shelby, which I'm not sure if you had a chance to hear that, but we talked one of the things that I've been doing with what I did with the mastermind yesterday is I was thinking about like what is your plan for March? How are you going to like how do you want to address that perspective from the position of a CEO? And then like if there's anything blocking that, like let's unblock it. And then I want to hear what you want to do as your actions, and then I'll give you like a couple of like little ideas and things like that.
So good. My plan for March is to bring in new clients, and I don't have like specific numbers around that because my history with goals. It was not particularly useful and helpful. So I wrote down what you said before about like just picturing little balls of light lighting up. I'm like, yeah, of course, people, fuck yeah.
Yes.
I love that. I love like energy, starseed, like celestial. Much better than like being here in the real world.
What even is the real world? Let's just be real. I love it.
So my plan is just to bring in some clients and to do some outreach and to do some marketing. And I'm purposely being vague because I don't have set intentions on purpose.
Okay, beautiful. So it's like that's the plan. I want you to think about the clients that you want to bring in. I want you to put yourself in their shoes. I want you to tell me like the second that you do outreach, the second that they see your message in their inbox, wherever it is, wherever they see your post, I want them to those little balls of light. I want them to light the fuck up. How? What do you want them to feel to light up?
I want them to feel like this is what I've been looking for. This is it. Like, this is exactly what I need. This is exactly what I want. No one else is teaching it like this. She's my person. Katie's my person. I just like vibe with her. Her energy is my energy. Like this, I know that feeling because I've had that with coaches before where it's like, no, it's this one. It's like, it's done. It's this one.
Yes.
And I want them to feel, thinking about how I feel with coaches, I also want them to feel that feeling of like being held and safe and being seen. I think safe is a big piece that I want them to feel immediately that I've got them.
And I want to offer to you that they have been feeling this whole time. This is exactly the coaching I gave Shelby. Your people, I think, have been connecting more than ever. I think they have been like seeing resonating really well. I want you to the shift that I want you to make in March is going from the connected, held, supported, safe scene to like I want to sign up now. Okay, so it's just a little shift to it's like a higher energy of like what like when you think about like when you're like, oh my god, Jackie is starting coaching again, I have to work with her. Or like me when you were like, oh my gosh, I have to, Megan is the one, I know I want to work with her. What was that feeling of like, yes?
It's like a certainty that's coming from my heart. Like for me, when I know something in my heart, it's literally like my heart is leading me forward. Like I feel a pull internally.
Which is what you teach people, which is so fun. I like, again, this is like our journey whole internally. So it's I want you.
Oh, there's no talking. And again, because I'm a manifestor and that's my, like, I can't be talked out of something once I've made a decision.
Right.
Like, my husband will try and be like, but numbers and fine. And I'm like, no, this is it. Like, this is it. And then this is the only way forward.
Okay. This is the only way forward. I want to offer you, and like clients of varying degrees of like being in this energy, but I know this resonates with you. So I want you to picture a ton of manifestors that are already in your aura right now.
Oh, that's so fun.
You know what I mean? And so like they are already in your space. Like I want you to picture them as like these little light bulbs or like little balls of light. And like all you have to do is like be in a different energy to bring them in. Because like they've already been like almost think about like fireflies turning into fireworks.
I love that.
I do it too. I'm writing it down.
Little fire.
Okay, so it's like yeah, just like it being like yes, 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 yes. Okay, what is that energy for you to be in, for them to be brought in?
Oh my God. Well, I'm just thinking about like I love fireworks. This is not how I feel in my business every day, so this is so helpful.
What is the
like
feeling for you right now?
If I literally thought about fireflies being in my orbit, I would be so happy and excited and joyful and like in that space of like magic. I love fireflies. I think they're the cool.
Okay, so and then what are you thinking to put your, if you just picture fireflies to fireworks, that analogy, what are you thinking now that's completely different?
They're here. They want this. I think a lot of it is they're here. Look at all of these fireflies. They're surrounding me. They want me. They want this. They want my offer. They want to work with me. They're ready.
Okay.
I think the biggest one is that they're here.
Yeah. Okay. And like, I think the next thought I want to offer to you is like, I'm going to light them up.
I'm going to light them up.
You know, it's like, I'm going to light them up and they're ready to be lit up, you know?
Yeah. They want to be lit up.
It's like, and they want to be lit up, and that is what I do. Okay. So
I love
love
that. That's so good for me.
I know. And I know. And then think about, guess what you do for your marketing? You say these fucking words.
Light you up.
So this is what you've been looking for because you are ready to be lit up. This program is going to light you up in a way that you've never felt before. I'm going to show you how to find the joy like you've never been searching, like because I'm your person. Like I know that this energy is the energy you've been looking for, and this is it may, instead of the only way forward being like, this is an amazing path forward and I'd like for you to offer this to you. Okay. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I love that.
And like, think about like, I want to show you like what it could be like to be a firework. I want to show you what it could be like to feel this. It's like, and do you see how that's like the energy of like, instead of what they don't want, the energy of what they do want is so much more powerful. Like instead of being like, I don't want you to be stressed anymore, I want you to lead your business like a fucking CEO. I want you, and like I'm just thinking for me and my marketing, instead of being like I want your marketing to land with every single person that you talk to. That's why I'm doing this copy workshop. It's like, because you are ready to bring in people, and there are just a couple of missing pieces that I want to bring all these components together, show you, and then I want it to feel so simple with you right now. Like I want you to feel that. And like, so thinking about for them while you do this marketing, right? It's like, what do they need to hear to feel the certainty from their heart whole internally that you are the person for them? What's going to shift?
What do they need to hear?
And I'm also going to offer you the same. This is so fun. I love doing like parallel coaching kind of like, but I looked at Shelby's page and she actually took down empowerment. Like she had a she had a post tag, a pinned that said empowerment, sign up to work with me right now. And she took it down, I think. And so it's like, right now, you don't even have a pin for people to see work with me right now.
Because I have to say, like we were just talking in our call about like shifting the energy and how important it is. And on this call, like talking about fireworks and fireflies, like I feel a shift in my body, and I wasn't in that energy before. And so I wasn't inspired.
You could have done it. There was no way that you could have done it before 3/8/23. Like there was no way for you to write it in the way that it needed to be written right until right now. But now it's ready. Now you're ready. And I want you to think about your fireflies, and I want you to see them seeing something like this. And they're like, reclaiming her open now.
Mm-hmm.
And I want them to feel lit the fuck up. And I want them to be like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I want every word on here. It doesn't even matter what the word is. It literally doesn't. Like, it's like, I just want you to write it in a way that they feel like, oh my God, support. The strategy and application come together to create your complete business profile. You will solidify your CEO, and I just said your CEO self-concept, and you will have space for daily virtual Q&A feedback, plus coaching every Tuesday. There's going to be weekly coaching, plus Tuesday from 10 to 12 Eastern. There will be weekly coaching to ensure that you have a business that is ready to scale. Like, I want someone to read that to be like, I want them to weep tears of joy. Like, where has this been? Oh my God. And I want them, the next one, it's like strategy. It's like, and you know what? I want you to read that. But it's like, and just like every single thing, they're like, yes, yes, yes. Carousel it up. Like,
Yeah.
I swear every word that they see on Canva graphics, I want them to have that visual, and I want them to just feel like, oh my God, it's like your presence on social media will bring the people you've been looking to work for to your business. People will start seeing you as an expert in your field, and you will start getting more engagement with your marketing. I'm going to be like, I've been looking for engagement. I knew there was something missing. I need to create a marketing method. Megan's the person to help me do that. I'm ready to start. I do. And she does a money back guarantee. Holy shit. Like, you know, it's like, I want people to be like, just like, fuck it. You do not need to do a money back guarantee for people to feel like that, by the way. But like, that is like the energy, like, I want people to feel,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
That's so good.
So it's like, what shifts for you? What would you do differently in this energy with your marketing?
I'd like boldly tell people this is what you need. Like, you've been missing this massive piece of understanding how you work, and that's what's been holding you back. And on the other side of that is so much confidence and joy and power and authenticity and fucking magic. Like, the whole world opens up when you learn how to regulate your nervous system. Literally everything in your life will change when you find and source safety within yourself first, and you get to come home to yourself in a way that you never have before, where you feel like this unshakable sense of belonging that's yours and no one can tamper with. And this is the missing piece. Like, this is it. This is what you've been missing. You have no idea what's on the other side of you healing all of these old stories. That's so good.
Okay. Side of this. Okay. So I want you to write these words. Like, I want you to write these words. The only thing that I want to shift as your coach is I want you to say, instead of this is what you've been missing, I want you to say, instead of missing, what's a desired language? We want to focus all on the energy of what they want versus what they don't want. Yes, expansive. So instead of this is what you've been missing, what can we say?
This is your next step. Like, this is this is the exact next step you've been looking for. This is exactly what you've been looking for. This is the
It's like, yes, and I want you to say, like, I want you to understand how you work.
Yeah.
It's like, that is written here. I want you to come home like you never have before. I want you to have an unshakable sense of belonging, and like the whole world opens up. Now we want to take this and we want to bring it, like, we know that this is possible for them. Now, how do you feel right now, first off?
Expansive and excited and powerful and light and like confident and calm.
Mm-hmm. And every time that you think of that amazing client that you are working with right now, I want you to feel like this with her. And you're like, you are getting to release your magic. You are getting this. I am so excited for you and feeling so like honored to be that person for her, and being like, if the only life that I get to light up is this human being, I've done my work in the world. Like, I have already done enough, and I can't wait to welcome whoever else is ready.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, because I think that like what happens is when your brain comes back to the circumstances, we want to shift. And you know how to shift this because you do nervous system regulation, like I've been trying to learn about like switching, like the like going back and forth, tapping, like literally all the stuff that you teach. Anytime that you feel yourself like not being in gratitude or excitement, I want you to just thought swap. I want you to, and not thought swap in a way that we understand. I would never offer this to someone who hasn't done the deep work you did last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not just for anyone. I want to be very, very clear that this is not toxic positivity where we are just bulldozing or whack-a-moling off of negative feelings and emotions, because they are very important indicators. We want to allow the indicator to like release its switch, allow that to pass, and then intentionally switch to the color that you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah. And like for me, like
Is that spiritually bypassing or emotionally bypassing?
Yeah. Right. I've done like deep trauma healing work in my life and like have spent a lot of time in the negative thoughts. So, and it, as you coach people differently, and my brain just gets stuck in the negative. So that
mine
is
too,
very
girl. As I wrote that post, do you think I felt aligned? Nope. As I did the video explaining about my program, do you think I was like feeling like, oh my God, I can't wait for someone to hear this? No, I was freaking out. It was on Sunday or Saturday, and it was like at like 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, I just want to be done. I just want to be done. So it's normal for you to feel like this at every stage of your business. It's not a problem. People still come.
I love that. Yes.
Always. Okay. So people always still come. It's just like, so it's not a problem. And we can see an alternative that we desire more.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how to get there. You literally told me that right before the sun's call, because you told me how to get there. So if you can help me get there, I know you can help you get there.
I know I can help people get there. I just haven't figured out how to sell it and market it yet. That's the
thoughts. It's like, I know I just haven't said it yet.
Yeah.
I am now going to say it.
Yeah.
You see?
And now my energy feels different because now I'm literally picturing, I have these like tiny twinkle lights on the wall, and I'm like, now those are my fireflies. Like they're literally everywhere. Like, look, they're little twinkle lights.
Oh, that's so cool.
Right?
Oh my God. I want you to picture like each of them like a beaming human being that you're like, just like,
they're tiny twinkle lights. They're like tiny fireflies surrounding me. I love that.
I really like that. Okay. So it's like I'm now saying the marketing that's ready to bring people in. And I like that thought, like, I'm ready. I want you to picture working with all these people. And let's just go, like, I want you to picture like 5 people, and not for the number. We're not going for a number, but just picturing like the energy of that person, like just like a couple, let's just say not five, where I say like a couple balls of energy, they're just coming in, and you can see them in your inbox. And you can see them talking to you, and you can see them as you write your emails. You see them as that little ball of light that's lighting up.
I love that.
And I want you to see that they are just feeling that energy, and they're feeling that like lit up every single time that you do something in your business. And if you're not there, don't do what I did and try and bulldoze through. Just pause for like a second and be like, and also you can do stuff where you bulldoze through. And if you shift your energy, it doesn't matter that it, like, I don't think that like if you put energy or work out into the world and you weren't coming from a completely pure, wholesome place, like I still think that if you can shift your energy, then the people who are reading it will be able to receive it in a different energy. Does that make sense? Like, it doesn't matter. All the posts, every single post that you've done up until this point was the perfect thing for someone to read. Your nervous system is the key that unlocks your most powerful healing. 99% of us have uninherited, unresolved trauma. What? We can also call this deep wounds. It's the stuff you don't want anyone to see, and it's the fear of the real you. Someone is reading, I want you to picture like 100 people reading this and being like, oh my God, what? That's why? Okay, picture that. Just close your eyes, like, if you want. And I want you to just read, like, feel the fireworks just like starting to explode. Okay. It's the stuff you don't want anyone to see for fear that they see the real you, the broken and damaged you, the not good enough you. I want you to know that's all just conditioned trauma responses. None of that is true, nor is any of it your fault. But it is holding you back from the life and keeping you from what you want. It's keeping you from your health, your joy, your confidence, and living the life that you want. But we can actually heal those painful stories. I just want you to picture explosion, 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 explosion. It's just that no one has ever told you where these stories are coming from and what a massive effect it's having on your life. This is why we heal through mind and body. I teach my clients to regulate their nervous system and find safety in their body first. Explosion, explosion, explosion. Then when we get to work dismantling these stories you've been telling yourself, the ones that are showing up all over your body. Explosion, explosion, explosion. These results are astronomical. Your whole life changes. You become the person you always want to be. Explosions everywhere. Your body heals all the systems because it was never about the systems. Your self-love and self-trust skyrocket. You get to come home to yourself and be who you know you're meant to be. Explosions. I see you. You could wait to try all the other things, hoping something will work, or you can get to the real root and heal mentally, physically, and emotionally. Boom, 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 explosion. You could be a totally different person in 6 months. Imagine that. If you're ready to stop feeling stuck alone and like no one can help you through what you've been trudging through the mud in your life, you're ready to reclaim the feeling like the best version of you and the totally healed you. Either DM me or click the link in my bio for a free strategy call.
God, reading that back, I was like, did I write that?
I have been doing that too. And I'm like, and also Denise literally wrote, this is so good.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one of our mutual friends. So it's like, I want you to just think about the difference being in this energy, stuff you've already done. Like, as I was reading that stuff, I was like, I was in terrible energy, but that shit's good. I was like, oh, this is solid shit, you know? And I was like, okay, so let's just like, let's see what happens next. Like, let's be in the energy of possibility. Like, we have fireworks in our space right now. We just need to like bring them in. I was trying to think of another cool analogy. Light the match. Something like that.
Yeah. Light them up.
Light them up. Is there anything else, like, if you were to listen to your heart? I want you to think about what I also know that Katie has started a Facebook group. Everyone should join. That we haven't talked about the Facebook group yet. So think about like writing. I want you to have, and when I'm going to add my webinar, but at the top, I want you to have your program. You talking about your program from this energy or not this energy, like whatever energy that you're feeling. Maybe like right now while you're in this space, be like, let's just do a quick video. I don't care what I'm wearing. I don't care what it is. Let's do it. And then where it says this, I'm going to move to be like something like enrollment is open. I want you to put like join the Facebook group or something like that. And what is something that can make them be like, I want to join the Facebook group right now?
You're getting free nervous system coaching once a week.
And it'd be like free nervous system coaching here
for entrepreneurs who are ready to play big. So it's
and
like the things that,
and you can say that, or you can just be like, be in the energy of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, be in the energy of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so right now I'm speaking to all entrepreneurs, and I'm also like, coaches come. Because I'm ready to receive everyone and anyone who is ready to create this kind of strength in systems in their business. But I'm also like, I'm not discounting anybody. I'm like, anybody who wants to come and learn, I'm ready to teach. I am ready to receive anyone the universe sends me for this.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I want you to say like free nervous system coaching here. And I want you to have like just a little blip about like what you do. Doesn't need to be much, and just have like a screenshot of your link tree to include there as well.
As a carousel post. I haven't even put it on my link tree. I just started it yesterday, but I will. Okay. This is so good. This energy shift on this call is so good.
I'm so glad. I love you so much. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the Facebook group, message me, and that goes for everybody. I love you so much, people. If you're watching this back, and I shall see you next week.
Yes. Thank you so much.